Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. Hi, welcome back to our zontiga channel. My name is Lau, and today I'm actually at a very special location in Petaling Jaya. One of the bungalow. Oh no, it's actually a corner unit, which is actually an artist space, and we are here to visit a friend of ours, Alvin Lau.
Hello.
Who is also a Lau, right? Yeah, so he has these exhibitions called Finding Home.
I want to go home.
I want to go home, sorry. Yeah, I want to go home. And it's actually, it's like doing it in a home also, so it's very interesting. And we thought of maybe come here also to kind of interview him and understand a bit more about these exhibitions. So welcome to the Zontiga channel.
Right, thank you.
Yeah. Maybe as a start for our viewers, maybe just a bit of background of you. If you can just tell us about yourself and how you started getting into photography and art space.
Started photography in 2011, 2012, so approximately about 10 plus years ago. Started out as a hobby, and then mostly of it is just like street photography based, like when doing street photography like with film cameras. Subsequently, like from a hobby perspective, it really grew into something of more of a professional career. And afterwards, started taking it a little bit more seriously, so got into a few scholarship programs for photography, while at the same time still studying full-time as well before I dropped out to pursue photography as a full-time career. Funny story is, I started out in a Leica store as well, and remember sending Mr. Lau a Leica MP many years ago.
Many years ago. I went and see him. That was the first time we met. I bought an MP.
And basically, from a photography enthusiast, and slowly getting into a lot more like photojournalistic works, documentary photography based works, and subsequently just being more curious and doing a lot more artistic based stuff, and then doing a lot more like photography projects, and landed me on different perspectives. So just really happy and staying curious, and my practice has just kind of grown from then on. So doing a lot more like artistic based works, not so much of photography works these days. Photography, I still do it as much more as a career thing right now, and it's also funding my artistic practice. And that's pretty much it for now. So looking back, quite a fulfilling 10 plus years.
So you started off in as in taking streets and taking shots, which are actually interesting.
And pretty much the practice still the same, but just the end result is different. Still walking streets, and back then in 2011, 2009, that was when lomography kind of started like this huge film interest again. And just started shooting film a lot more, like using rangefinders. Remember my first film camera was a Russian FED 5B, and then watching digital ref TV, like the whole street photography lingo started from there.
Was it then when you met Faisal? He's also like a Lomo.
I haven't met Faisal at that point, so it was just like
Faisal from PBC KL.
And then it was just a lot of walking around and taking pictures of random people around the street when I first started. Now pretty much still the same locations, but the subject matter has changed a lot more.
And the work has also changed in the sense that it's more artistic.
So
expression.
It's become more of an artistic expression rather than just using a camera. Yes, still using the camera as a tool, but the output has changed significantly over the years.
If the viewer doesn't know, I think there's not many people who practice contemporary photography. Alvin
I guess so.
Is one of the few in Malaysia. In Malaysia, I don't see a lot. Always we see people shooting streets, landscape. So the usual suspect or the genre, but to get into art expressions and to go into contemporary art, he's one of the few that I've seen coming out from Malaysia, which is why we wanted to actually introduce to our viewers through this interview. I've seen some of your previous work. You have I mean, the first one I've seen was outside Chongshan. You know, the one that is on the construction wall, where you actually took construction sites and some of the debris of constructions. Then you move. I think the next one came in the form of zine that I saw, like Lani, which is the mud. What's it called? I don't know what's the English name for it. I think the Chinese name is called Lani, because the zine title was Lani. And then you have Buku Latihan, then you have the zine Orang Malas. So that seems to be a period of time where you seem to do a lot of zines then. Right? What was that motivation then? Was it?
I think when it comes to making zines, just thinking mainly on format of accessibility. It's not so much on exhibition making, just on printed material. I think, I just wanted people to access some works a little bit easier, and then at that point I think I've always been making printed materials, but I think printed material as a way to experiment like images has been quite interesting. So right now I'm doing more of still testing out some zine formats, not so much on like zine formats, but like printed material formats. And I just like to experiment with, I think, paper textures and then how images can be played around, and not specifically have to be just making images, but it is different formats of text, different formats of just insertion into a very easy, and everyone can hold onto the format itself.
Are those zines still available for sale?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have some in our libraries.
Yeah, I think so.
So please come to the Zontiga libraries to have a look. Like what Alvin have said, he's experimenting with different papers, different way of presenting it, and you know, zine sometimes also is a way for experimenting, because it's not, the production cost is not superly out of reach.
It actually got quite high and didn't become a zine anymore.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, the format, I would still say I would call it a zine, because I think it's just like 2 weeks long of effort, where I just shoot, edit, and print out everything within 2 weeks, and then from idea conceptualization as well, maybe like just 1 week, and then you have 3 weeks. It's like an assignment for myself, and then see what you can do within a short period of time, instead of like dedicating. If I want to make a photo book project, it would take at least like a year or two. But a zine is something I would just throw out to myself and do an exercise.
Interesting perspective. Exercise, experimentations, doesn't break the bank.
a bit lah. Yeah.
But the outcome is fantastic. You know, if you guys have a chance
that.
to come and have a look, it's quite fascinating. You know, the different format and different materials and different way of arranging and presenting it. So coming back to these latest exhibitions that you have, and in these unique locations also, this is the artist space.
It's basically an artist space, so with a few different artists like working, approximately like 6 artists just working inside this house alone. Not their living space, but one of them, my friend who is an artist, Izzat Arif, shout out to Izzat, and then just provided me with this space, and then to do my first debut solo showcase, which I thought to myself, without the constraint of a gallery and then full creative control, so I just thought occupying a space and occupying like this side of the wall, and then later on you would see actually, like, pardon for the audio, motorbike, but later you will see
you will mess up the audio.
It's a little bit fine, but it's fine, keep this in, so it's interesting. And then we have this home space that I decided to occupy, like one side of this room, like with all images, and then later on we will actually see, moving on to the other side of the room, we will also see some installation and assemblage based works that is also still very much rooted in my image making practice. But so far we still have this over here in our backdrop.
What's the title of it?
The title of the show is I Want to Go Home. And I Want to Go Home, it's not so much of a practice of me finding a home, but I Want to Go Home, it's rooted much in my practice of image making, So I want to go home. It feels very familiar to me. Making images and doing photography-based works has been like really comfortable for me. So just wanted to like self-reference myself, making some older style images, which is like horizontal-based image, and then kind of juxtapose it with vertical images that I've been experimenting on a lot more recently. And yeah, we have this black and like color and black and white contrast as well. So it's like a color theory of just using darkened images to like lift up the colored images, and then afterwards just using different textures of paper and different printed materials, so just to occupy a space. Yeah, and the show is also much about me just finding comfort in my practice, and then also feeling that bravery in departing into like making something more as well. So later on you would actually see, I mean, two pieces or a few other pieces. And sorry, audio. And then motorbikes. And then yeah, there's a few more soundbrush works, and recently for the past 4 to 5 years I've just been experimenting with different materials that's not photography based works. Yeah, a lot of my works right now just using photography as a medium. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we can just take a walk through. Yeah.
So the exhibition, so this is the main wall. Yeah, there's actually not much relationship between each of the images, but it's mostly like randomized perspective of just me like walking as a practice as well, walking and making images. So, and then walking towards neighborhoods I'm very familiar with, and then
is it Sentu?
A bit of Sentu and a few places from around. Other than that, we have Forest City over here in Johor, and then, but mostly we are looking at images and subject manners that I've always encountered in a more suburbia manner, so not so much in an urban environment. So I wanted to find, in a way it is similar to finding home, but it is just images that I'm really keen with making. So a few of the things few of subject manners or things I'm really keen to look at recently is just rocks in different places. You have like different, yeah. So the exhibition actually occupies like one side of the room over there. So you kind of walk into this setup of me making. So some of the more recently, a lot of the works are more. So I've experimented with a little bit of painting and then making images and then using found objects as well. So this car wash is just a work that I've, always see car wash signs all around KL every time I'm walking. And there's always this common occurrence where it's always used in red paint. And then, so I just wanted to like make another piece that's like of that aesthetic, with just me painting around and then finding an image that's also like very close, the location that's also like very close to a car wash as well. So like very geographical based works, and then you have a more reactionary and commentary based works, which is like using print transfer technique, transferring an image of a tree trunk onto like styrofoam board and then remaking this into almost like a movable sculpture, which is also like tethered to an anchor point over here. So much more of a commentary based work it's about how arborist policies in KL is been
How what? Sorry.
Arborist
Okay.
policies has been used in DBKL's manifesto on how to handle trees, which is quite sad for a lot of trees, especially if you're familiar with how KL extreme the weather has been in Kuala Lumpur. So a very reactionary based work on the frigidity of just trees around Kuala Lumpur, just using like really like mangled up materials, and then just wanted to showcase like a very sad looking tree almost, which doesn't exist. A tree inside a space like this, and then just want to take it out of space and then using an anchor point to kind of comment on how a lot of trees in KL has just been tethered to a space of like 1.5 and 1.5 meters. So using that as a starting point and then like remaking a really bad version of a tree as well. So using photography and then a few like installation techniques as well, just to like remake this entire work. Yeah.
Transfer.
So image transfer over here and then like a few collages of different images. Yeah.
And this is a painting.
Actually, it's a print
on the table, print
on a headboard and then print transferred and then painted on with some red spray paint. Yeah.
So these are trees, right? These are looks like trees.
So everything is, I'm really enjoying this aesthetic of just making things looking a lot more, unnatural. I like the beaten up look of things, so it just reminds, it's like retaking things from the streets and then just reinstalling it into different perspectives. Yeah.
And you have a shower. This is from a construction site or something? Or?
No, actually just outside my house.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, I've been experimenting with a few more techniques and different styles as well. Yeah.
Nice work. So today, this exhibition has been running for two weeks already, 3 weeks?
Yeah, about 3 weeks. So unfortunately, today is the last day. By the time you're watching this video, this show has been long gone.
Maybe there's potential to bring a similar one somewhere.
Yeah, hopefully so. Yeah. Hope to install more works and then sometimes just. Yeah, if you see random images by under a bridge or something, it could be my work and some other people's work. So.
Yeah. And some of these are actually available for prints. Like sales on prints, right?
Yeah.
All of them or some of them?
All of them are for sale, except for the backdrop images.
So all of these color images are all for sale.
Yeah.
In a printed form, in a nice paper. In a art paper.
In an Ilford cotton rag 300 GSM.
Correct.
And then printed.
And how can we access? Where do we?
DM me on my Instagram.
Okay, DM him on his Instagram.
Maybe editor can put here www.alvin-lau.com and then Instagram Alvin Lau KB. I don't know, the box somewhere here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Wee.
Limited copies, I think it's limited editions, right? Or five editions.
5 editions per print.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. Lau. Thank you, Zontiga.
Yeah.
Appreciate.
So today we have a privilege to come on the last day to see these beautiful, wonderful installations made by Alvin. Too bad you guys can't visit. This is already last day.
Yeah.
You can still. By the time this goes out, I think it's already done. But you, if you are interested in the work, you DM him, right? And some of them, all of them are actually available for print sales, right? Thank you so much for watching this channel. So zone 1, zone 2, zone out. Bye.